Hey guys, just a quick heads up before we get into the video. First off, I'd never clarified that the big up section in the intro is who the clip is originally from, and there'll always be a link in the description below. But also I wanted to warn you that I sound pretty sick in this video. I think I sound a little better now, but I'm just stuffed up. I'm not actually that sick. But I hope that doesn't bother you guys too much. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up so you weren't wondering why I sound more shit than normal. But I'll shut up so we can get into the video.
Before we get started today, I want to thank you all for a great week and you guys chilling with me and helping me to keep my mind off things that have been going on in my personal life.
So here he goes again, unnecessarily mentioning this unknown stressor, this mysterious problem he has.
As you know, if you've been watching this podcast the past couple of days, I have some stuff going on in my personal life this week that's pretty serious stuff, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, sadly. I wish that I could. I wish that this were 10 years ago, when I was able to share stuff with people on the internet and there wasn't a hate mob of people following me around literally trying to ruin my life and intrude upon everything that should be private and turn it into some kind of a weird conspiracy theory or some kind of a horrible thing that benefits them. That's just reality today, is that the internet is a toxic, messed up place, and so I can't.
I mean, you could. It wouldn't be within your best interest, but you could. But if you're not actually going to tell us what's going on, I don't even know why you would mention bringing it up at all. Because you say you don't want people to make these conspiracies or whatever, but you know by constantly mentioning it and not actually giving us the details, that's only going to fuel the conspiracy. Which really sucks because there's so many teams that need information. Team Divorce thinks their stocks are through the roof right now. I think an offshoot of Team Health might also be on the up, though. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that DoorDash is finally caught up with old Fat Cat and she's got some stuff going on. Maybe she's got her own crystal flare-ups, if you know what I'm saying. Is there officially a team audit yet? Because I haven't seen the hashtag, but I have seen people mentioning in the comments something about an audit.
But you guys have been very nice, hanging out with me, having good interactions. It's the whole engagement deal.
Engagement, aka tips and contributions. Oh, and gifted memberships. You can't forget the gifted memberships. Gotta hit that 650 goal.
Me being able to take my mind off of the stuff that's happening outside of these streams and instead focus in on the stuff we're doing together has been a godsend this week. So thank you very much for that, and I'm happy that you guys have been understanding. The other day when I was playing with Lily, trying to get her to master, I was venting, man. Man, was I venting during that session.
Yeah, he was exceptionally salty and toxic for that stream.
I was going ham with what I was saying, about the players and everything. Oh, you fucking scrub, you take this, you take that. And people were like, whoa. Like, yeah, well, I kind of needed to vent in some way. I had to. With everything going on, that was my outlet. And I think it was entertaining and productive because I actually did hit master with Lily the other day. But
I think it's a good thing to be able to use your hobbies to vent out some frustration, for sure. But unfortunately for you, DSP, this isn't just a hobby. This is your business, as you like to call it. And even though you're just playing games at the end of the day, I still don't think it's a very good look for you to just be toxic online in a fighting game. I mean, obviously he wasn't saying this trash talk to these people because he's a coward. But it's still kind of cringe and makes you look like a hypocrite when you react like you do to other people talking trash about you online.
thank you all. All right, now today I'm playing Street Fighter all day long. There's some good news, is that it's beautiful fall weather today, okay? It is cloudy and rainy and cool. This is exactly the kind of weather that is appropriate for me to play Street Fighter all day, because this office will have nice air circulation, cool temps, unlike all summer when I was trying to play Street Fighter 6 and it was hot and I had the air conditioner blasting and then it ended up being real stuffy and gross.
I've never seen a game streamer talk more about the weather than this dude. Holy God. Like, he really should have just been a weatherman instead of doing streams. Because he loves talking about the weather. And I'm not the first person to say this, but his problem with the temperature in that room is because of his setup. It has nothing to do with the weather outside. He's got so many devices running in that room. Of course it's like 100 degrees in there all the time. I mean, he's got his PC, he's got his laptop, he's got the game console, he's got the TV. I know he's got the capture card, he's probably got some splitters. The ring light's on. I don't know if that actually puts off any heat, but I mean, Doody Stream said it best the other day. He really just needs to move to PC and that would solve all of his problems. He could cut out all that clutter with the cables and the wires and his video capture card. He could still use his stupid Xbox Game Pass. He'd have a wider variety of video games to play anyway. He could probably even still use those stupid neck phones he has. And he wouldn't need to lean in manual anybody anymore. Could you imagine a DSP stream with no lean in manual bans? That would really be the end of an era. Sorry, we were talking about the weather, but I've never seen any streamer's gameplay be more affected by the weather.
It ended up basically, it's going to be a lot better today. You know what I mean? So, I am happy.
It doesn't always bother me so much, but sometimes when I'm doing these videos, some of the burps get me. And I don't mean get me like they make me laugh. I mean they get me like it's really, really irritating that he deliberately burps into the microphone. It's just gross, and I'm not someone who typically is grossed out by things like that.
That today will be appropriate for what we're doing all day long, and hopefully it'll be a better day of Street Fighter gameplay because of that. Get that nice ventilation, right?
So not only is the quality of a DSP stream contingent on a game being good, but also if the weather is good. Heaven forbid he actually have to add value to the stream himself.
So that's good. And, you know, Street Fighter definitely is something that's tons of attention needed when I play the game. I'll be immersed in this game all day long.
He's gonna be immersed in the game? I've never heard anyone say that they were immersed in a fighting game. Like, you don't get lost in a fighting game. You don't actually start to, like, lose yourself and believe you're there and really, like, immerse yourself. That's for, like, big open world RPGs and in really cinematic experiences. But a fighting game? I've never heard anyone describe it like that.
And again, I hope you guys will be along for the ride today as I try a new character. It should be fun. Again, if you're not into the Street Fighter stuff, Friday we go right back to variety, all right? But I will say this up front. Being that we're playing Street Fighter all day, there is not going to be a lot of opportunity for a lot of discussion or interaction. I'd like to do a lot of that with you today on the podcast if possible.
I really can't determine what the reason behind this beg truly is. Like, on one hand, he could be begging now, like, give me your money now because I'm not going to interact with you later and it's going to be a hassle to me and I don't want to do it. So just give me your money now, right? But it could simultaneously be a situation where he wants to know how upset he's going to be during Street Fighter 6, you know? Like, give me the money now so that by the time I'm done with the tutorial, I've accrued enough money that I'm happy and I can play the game how I want to play the game. It's probably a combination of both, though, to be honest.
Because as soon as I jump into this new character and we're trying her out and, you know, do trials and go right online, I'm going to be focusing on the game mostly. And because of that, some people might turn off today and be like, you know what? I prefer a stream when Phil's more engaged with us. And I hear you. That's definitely not going to be today. Look, I themed the stream today for the new character. Purple poison is surrounding me here in the office, as you can see. That's what it is. It's a cloud of purple poison. It's not lighting. It's poison. All right?
There's something about the way that he delivers some of this stuff that is just so much more cringe than other content creators. If anybody else had said that they changed the lighting in their background to match a theme of the day with their purple poison or whatever, it would have been fine. I wouldn't have given it a second glance. But there's something about the way he delivers stuff like this that's just... it just makes you sigh. It makes you cringe a little bit. And I'm sat here trying to figure out what it is that is so different and makes that cringe when anybody else could have did it. Like, yeah, he is just a cringe guy, but maybe it's because he always takes himself so seriously. So when he does these goofy things like change his lighting or put on his stupid hat, vest, glasses, which is also cringe, like maybe him being goofy is just cringe because we all know that's not who he is. It's an act. It's so fake. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. We'll move on.
But I'm going to be playing it a ton today and not really able to talk. So I will say this. It is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I'll be hyper-focused on Street Fighter 6 today. I would appreciate it if you like the content, if you enjoy Street Fighter 6, and you like everything I've been doing, if you could support the stream today, I would really appreciate that. How would that work? Well, my goal for this week was 650 members. As of this morning, we have 650 members.
And I want to point out that's only because OIC gifted 70 memberships in one night. I think that was Sunday night or Monday night. It was one of the two.
But every day, some memberships expire from last month. So I guarantee you that today, if we don't get any new memberships, we will not hit the goal. So please consider becoming a member or maybe gifting some memberships to the community. Whenever I play Street Fighter 6, typically we get a few more viewers than usual. Would be a great day if you were thinking of maybe gifting some memberships. I'm sure people would be here to accept and be very grateful.
And he says that he might have extra eyes on the stream because it's Street Fighter 6, right? But you notice that he doesn't say we might get extra memberships because there's new people here, extra eyes. Instead, he says it would be a good time to gift memberships. And this is just another example of what I said previously. He knows he's not going to get any more memberships naturally because everyone who wants to see him and actually be a legitimate member is there, and he's not getting any new genuine followers. So he relies on people like OIC to just rapidly hand out a bunch of gifted memberships to hit these goals. And you would think that after they do something like that, they give out 70 memberships in one night, that when he brings up these stupid goals daily on his begments, that he would shout them out and be like, thank you so much, so-and-so who gifted this many memberships, that really helped the channel out. But no, he doesn't do that. He just like sweeps it under the rug like it was a big team effort. Like everybody individually gave one sub and it was an equal effort from everybody. I would be pissed if I was willing out like that and never got a special fucking shout out during these begments.
The other way to help out today would be to help me to hit the tier 1 tips goal on each of the streams. I'm playing with Aki all day long. This first stream and my late stream later tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. If I can hit the tier 1 tips goal for both of those streams, that would be outstanding. And that's what I'm aiming for today, okay? So if you're thinking of contributing today, those would be the preferred methods, but you can do whatever you want.
It just strikes me as so disingenuous to go on a whole begment talking about how you want to hit this goal and that goal, and you need to hit your tier 1. That's what you're really going for. That's the best way to help out. And then immediately follow it up with, but you could do whatever you want. I mean, you clearly have a preference. You just went over an entire rehearsed script that you do every single day.
You know what I mean? Engagement is key. Liking the stream, leaving comments, talking with me as I play. Super chats, super stickers, all appreciated. In fact, this morning, YouTube added a whole new feature that was never present before. Usually, when I'm here live with you guys, I'm staring at the chat room right now to see you guys talking, okay? And typically what I see is either top chat or live chat. So if I go to live chat, I basically see everyone talking. If I go to top chat, it supposedly weeds out some comments. Don't ask me what criteria YouTube uses to weed out comments. I have no idea.
I'm not going to put on my tinfoil hat for you guys. I'm just going to leave it at YouTube is being YouTube in that situation.
They don't even explain it. It just kind of filters out certain comments. So there's some days when you guys will say something like, oh my God, Phil, you got to get rid of this troll or whatever. And I'll be like, what are you talking about? What troll? I'm staring at the chat. I don't even see it. And they're like, no, it's this guy. He's in there. He's saying stupid stuff. I don't see it. And they're like, wait a minute. I'm on top chat. Let me go to live chat. I go to live chat, and then all his comments appear, and it's some asshole spamming crap. Like, oh, boy. All right, and then I get rid of him. So
I've always found it very strange that DSP has an inability to get any moderators. Like, I know he has some, but they're never in his chat. They're never doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I know it's not like a full-time job or anything, and he doesn't pay these people, but I've just never seen anyone else struggle with moderation this bad. And you would think with as much online harassment as he gets, he would actually have moderators. Nobody does more lean-in manual bans than DSP. I'm not saying he bans more people than anybody else, but he definitely does the most lean-in manuals.
I don't really know how it works, but there's a third option as of this morning, just added. The third option is called fan funding. Super chats, super stickers, channel memberships, and gifting.
It sounds like they made a chat just for DSP, don't it? They know that he doesn't actually care about what any of his dents are talking about unless they're sending him money in some way. Of course, this is something he's excited about. It's so on brand for him.
And when I click on that, basically it filters the chat to just see fan funding. And this has been something that I feel would have been incredibly useful these 2.5 years I've been streaming on YouTube. A lot of the times when I'm in the midst of playing a game, I can't keep up with all the contributions that come in. But then when I finally get a breather, I want to shout everything out. Well, I do have a queue that tracks, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes if I refresh the queue, or for example, if someone gifts a bunch of memberships, the queue almost never keeps up with that. So basically, this is a new feature built right into YouTube, where if someone does gift or contribute, I should be able to filter that out, and I should be able to take a look at it.
So YouTube built in a feature to the website for people who are banned from stream elements, pretty much. Because that's about the only reason I could see anybody using this feature, is if you're banned from stream elements like DSP is. I'm sure that was well worth the time. I mean, how many people are really banned from stream elements? That's gotta be a really small number, right? I mean, obviously this isn't the only use of this feature, but it's the only one I can think of as a non-streamer. It's literally because he's banned from stream elements and he can't just pull that up instead like everybody else does.
So I'm gonna try it today. If you know, if things come up, if contributions come in, I'm gonna test it out. Especially, I think again, it would be very important for the gifted memberships, because half the time I can't shout those out because they're gone. By the time that I go to shout them out, they're off my screen. I can see, for example, so-and-so gifted 5 memberships, but then I can't see who got them.
Good. It's a good thing that you cannot see them. You don't have to shout out every single person who was gifted a membership. And heaven forbid it's more than one at a time and you're stuck there reading a bunch of usernames for a few minutes. It's awful.
In this case, hopefully I'll be able to see it. And by the way, I'm being told by 672, various streamers like Wings and others have had that for months. This is how YouTube works. It's a slow rollout. I was actually one of the first people to get sub-only mode.
Okay, congratulations. That's supposed to mean something to me.
I don't know why. I just was one of the first people to actually get sub-only mode as a streamer. But then there's other features that I get later.
Yeah, make sure you guys send a bunch of contributions so that I can make sure the new feature works. It's so stupid.
I don't know. So, who knows? But I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it and try to use it today. I'm sure I'll be able to use it. I'll even try, hopefully by the end of the stream today. We'll see if anyone contributes, how it works. Okay? Cool.
But that's where I'm going to leave it at for today. Not a lot has been going on with DSP, honestly, except for his weird mystery stressor. And like I said, unfortunately, he's not giving us any details on it. And I did want to talk about it briefly because he's been bringing it up a couple days in a row now. Whatever it is, though, make sure you pick your teams now. Let me know what you guys are actually, because I'm curious. I know a lot of people are team divorce, you know, team health. Are we team audit? Are we team cat health? I've always been a big team divorce fan personally, but with this one, I think it might be team cat health would probably be my final call on this one, though. I would assume that they're also divorced or at least just living as roommates at this point, but I think this mysterious stressor is in fact that cat has health problems. And the new contribution chat feature was something I totally missed when I was watching it live, and I'm really glad I got to catch it because that's kind of funny. Again, big ups Doody Streams for the upload. Thank all of you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It's very meaningful to me. Make sure you check out other detractor channels and dive deeper into that Snortex.